Hello, and welcome to week 2 of CDL Season 2. My opponent this week is Fern, coach of the Winner Kippers. You can see the team logo right there, it's pretty cute. I like it a lot. And they have a pretty terrifying team that I have to face up against. It's not a Sun team this time, but it's still terrifyingly offensive because I have barely any switches for flying type moves from Pokemon like Fletchling and Natu. Diglett can trap me with Arena Trap. Pawniard can set up with Sword Stance and catch me with like Sucker Punch and Pursuit and stuff. And Skrelp generally just hits my whole team incredibly hard. Shinx is annoying defensively with Intimidate, Thunder Wave, stuff like that. Pumpkaboo is an even more annoying defensive Pokemon. It's a Ghost type to block Rapid Spin. It has Will-O-Wisp to burn a lot of my physical attackers. And it's just generally hard for me to break through, to be honest. Even Glameow is actually pretty threatening. With a Life Orb it can do a lot of damage, and it has Fake Out to finish off weakened Pokemon like Abra, which is pretty frail, and it can knock things off and it can pivot around with U-turn. It's an annoying Pokemon, even if it's not as threatening as the other ones here. But I think I've crafted a team that can handle it pretty well. Firstly, Honedge is really strong here. Sword Stance is incredible. If I can get just one of those up with Shadow Claw and Sacred Sword, I can one-hit KO pretty much every single Pokemon on Fern's team, and I can even pick off some already weakened Pokemon with Shadow Sneak. We are very defensive with a Violite so that I can handle Diglett. I can survive at least one Earthquake from a Life Orb Diglett, I believe. Or at least it's a very low chance for it to one-hit KO me if I'm at full health. And it handles some of their attacks as well. And I've just the rest of my EVs that I had spare I threw into attack because I need them for more kill confirms. It gives me better odds to kill Diglett with Shadow Sneak if it's at full health. And it helps Sacred Sword confirm some KOs or get better odds to KO as well, pretty much. This is also my really my only answer to Fletchling, because Fletchling, like I said, I don't really have any flying type switch-ins, so this is really the best I've got. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Another great offensive Pokemon I decided to throw on the team, Aipom. Fury Swift hits everything pretty hard here, except for Pumpkaboo and Pawniard, but I can hit both of those with Knockoff and Brick Break respectively. And I have Fake Out to chip Pokemon and also pick off some weakened guys. Lumberry is a bit of an interesting item. I think it's going to be helpful for Pumpkaboo though, because that thing can carry Will-O-Wisp, and even though Aipom can't really switch into Aipom can switch into Pumpkaboo pretty easily, but the problem is if it Will-O-Wisps, it's going to be make Aipom a much worse Pokemon to use. But at the very least, if he does Will-O-Wisp on me switching in or something, I can at least get one strengthened knockoff on it. I can knock off whatever item it's holding, which is likely going to be a Violite. Just running max speed, and then the rest have been thrown into attack for maximum damage output. Yeah, that's Aipom. Then I have Abra, another really good offensive Pokemon here. Psychic, Shadow Ball, Hidden Power Fighting hits the whole team for good damage. I have Encore to lock Pokemon into moves they might not want to be locked into, like Substitute or any setup move, but it's mainly for Pawniard with Sucker Punch, because Abra vs Pawniard does initially look like a matchup that Abra wins because it has Hidden Power Fighting, but because Pawniard has Sucker Punch it can one-hit me. Even though I have the Sash, if I'm weakened beforehand it can be pretty scary. So in case it is having Sucker, I want to be able to catch it with Encore. And then from there I can switch, or I can just keep clicking Encore until it runs out of Sucker Punches, and then I can hit it with Hidden Power Fighting for a one-hit KO. As before, just running max speed, and then the rest of it under special attack for the most damage output. And then next we have a more defensive Pokemon, Larvesta. This guy is pretty physically defensive, similar to Honedge. Enough to the point where it can take on Pumpkaboo and Pawniard decently well. It can even take on an Acrobatics from Fletchling and fire back with a Wild Charge for a nice hit. Speaking of my other moves, I have Flame Charge and Flare Blitz as my main attacking moves. Flame Charge will give me a little bit of a speed boost. I can outspeed Diglett with this, I believe, after one Flame Charge. And then I can also hit it with Flare Blitz after for more damage. It hits the whole team really for really good damage except for Skrelp, which is why I have Wild Charge here. And I have Will-O-Wisp to burn potentially threatening physical Pokemon like Diglett or Pawniard. I'll probably just attack them most of the time. Will-O-Wisp is kind of a throwaway move here, but I figured it might be nice in like a very weird scenario where it's like Sucker Punch Diglett or something and Larvest is weakened. I thought this might just be good, and this is what I've used my second Eviolite on as well, to just increase its bulk. I think it's important here. But yeah, next I wanted something to deal with hazards, so I brought Toji again, the Drillbur. We have Rapid Spin to remove hazards on my side, Stealth Rock to get up my own. I have Earthquake and Rock Slide as my main damaging moves. This hits everything on the team except for Pumpkaboo pretty well. Rock Slide hits it, but it's not going to be doing much, especially if it's a Violite. I have Berry Juice to keep myself around for longer. Running max speed to ensure I can outpace threatening Pokemon. And I have just enough... This is like... I know I'm not running full attack here, but I didn't think I really needed to. I did the Calcs, and the extra attack I get from running more... The extra damage I get from putting the more attack EVs into this didn't really feel all that important to me. And I figured they would do better being invested into defense so that I can take on different offensive Pokemon more easily. I can live hits. I just thought it'd be more important. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll just have to wait and see. I do think these EVs are right though. We'll have to see. Like I said before, Pumpkaboo is a bit of an annoying Pokemon for me to deal with, so I decided to bring something that can deal with it pretty easily. Stunky. Stunky here, if you take a first look at it, it might look a bit odd because it has 3 dark moves here, but I think they all have an important role to serve here. I think Sucker Punch allows me to catch Pokemon that are faster than me, such as Diglett. Pursuit can hit Pokemon trying to switch out, like if I switch in against Natu or something like that, I can Pursuit Trap it because it's not going to be able to switch out, but it's also not going to be able to stay in because it's going to be taking a lot of damage that way. And Dark Pulse is here as kind of like a main damaging option. I know we're not running any special attack investment, and I was gonna run Crunch or Thief here, but if I was gonna be switching this in on Pumpkaboo a lot of the time, I didn't want to get burned and then get left only with dark moves that are going to be affected by burn. And I figured worst case I still have Sucker Punch that I can use. I have Flamethrower here as well to hit Pawniard with super effective damage. Berry Juice helps me stick around for a bit longer, and we're just running max speed to ensure I can outspeed Natu, which is a mistake I've learned from in my last battle. Shout out to Soul Blaze for that, helping me with that. And then max attack, because I figured might as well just run as much attack as I possibly can. I want to be able to do damage to the Pumpkaboo, the Natu, things like that. And then last little bit was thrown into HP. So yeah, that's the squad for week. This is wrong, I apologise. Ducklet isn't meant to be there. We have Honedge, Apom, Abra, Larvesta, Drillbur, and Stunky. I definitely feel a bit more confident about this game compared to last week, but at the same time that Fletchling is looking so incredibly scary, and so is Natu. I really don't like Pumpkaboo in this game, it's really terrifying, and so Skrelp. We're just gonna have to see how things go. So I'm just gonna cut to the battle now. Okay, here we are with week 2 of CDL versus Fern. We have had some problems with this battle. We've tried to do this battle about 3 times and got disconnected 3 times. We had a whole big sequence of events. Long story short, Apom killed Pumpkaboo, and then Diglett revenge killed Apom, and then I went to Drillbur on that, so we're gonna go from there. This has been a job, but it's okay because it's not like we can do anything about it. It's just been connectivity issues, and we're gonna see how it goes. So they have Natu, Diglett, Pawniard, Fletchling, Pumpkaboo, and Skrelp, which are the 6 Pokemon I expected. We're leading Drillbur here as per our arrangement, and we're just going to see how it goes. I already know a bunch about their team, as well as they know stuff about mine. This has been awkward, but we're just going to see. We're just going to try and make it work from where we're at. Okay, so the sequence from before, as I said, it was lead Apom into Skrelp. Skrelp switched out into Pumpkaboo, which I killed with a few knockoffs, and then it was hitting me with hidden power, so I was hitting me with hidden power, and then Diglett came into Revenge Kill It, and I switched in Drillbur to get up my rocks. So I'm getting up rocks here as my opponent should switch to Natu, because we have Mold Breaker. Mold Breaker goes right through Magic Bounce here, and then I Rock Slide here. Okay, we Rock Slide here. Hopefully we don't flinch, because it makes things easier. Goes for a Psychic. We activate Berry Juice here. And now we switch it to Stunky. All's going well so far. There was, in the initial exchange, there were a couple more Rock Slides. I switched around. Yeah, got off a couple of Rock Slides. I missed one. He got a bit more stuff on me. He goes for Psychic here, which doesn't affect me. And now I think I click Pursuit. Okay, so Pursuing here, because that is what we did before. No crit, thankfully. Paralyzes me, and now we can run it from here. Okay, we're just gonna ball from here, because this is... Okay, now, hopefully we're not going to get disconnected again. We're just going to run it from here on out. This exchange went on for ages. Sukuna broke through so many paralyses. He was doing so good. And I think we ran this through like at least half of its roosts, but then eventually it just... eventually we just got disconnected, which was really unfortunate because Sukuna was doing so well. Hopefully he'll pull off something similar here. And immediately just gets paralyzed. Wonderful. I'm honestly thinking of switching to Hone Edge here just for a bit of change, because holy moly. No, I don't really want to get paralyzed on that though either, so I think I'm just gonna stay in. The Dazzling Gleams and we Dark Pulse, we actually get that off, which is beautiful. And we have Berry Juice, so we can survive a couple more too. I do wonder if Sucker would do more than Dark Pulse here. Could be worth going for if we get powered again, honestly. Okay, not gonna happen this time. Yeah, we're not gonna be... There's very little chance we ever actually do more damage than that though, is the problem. So, just gonna Dark Pulse again. This is gonna activate our Berry Juice. He's gone through 2 roosts, I do believe. If I'm not wrong. Nice. If we could get a crit or something, that would be nice. Like, I would feel bad about it, but at the same time, like, this is a pain. At the very least, if we do die with Sukuna... That's annoying. Okay. You know what, I am going to Sucker here, actually. Maybe this is the move. Try to get more damage on this, you know. He withdraws on the turn that I click Sucker, of course he does. Okay. And he goes right out to Diglett. Damn. That really sucks. Okay, at least he doesn't know I went for Sucker. I can't switch here, so we're just gonna go for Sucker. If the Lord dictates it will survive. It failed. Use Substitute. Oh no. And now is he gonna go for Substitute? worse yet, if he does go for substitute, can I do anything about that? If he does go for sword stance even, can I do anything about that? Okay, something tells me this is not Sash, considering it just used substitute, which isn't very fun. You know, I would love to go for Sucker Punch here and just remove the sub, but the problem is this could be going for sword stance, and then that makes the game a lot harder. As long as this gets sword stance this generation, actually, I should check. He doesn't get sword stance, actually, okay. It does get Hone Claws, though. But I'm willing to risk him not having that, I think. And we get paralyzed, okay. Okay, it didn't even matter. All that just to get killed by Earthquake anyway. It's fine. Brilliant. Okay. Well, this really sucks, actually. Okay, I'm gonna go Toji here. Just gonna Earthquake. We're probably gonna lose Toji here on account of us not having Berry Juice anymore, but what can I do? Oh, I forgot, like, Dark types... Oh no, Dark types can be trapped by Arena Trap. I'm thinking of Shadow Tag. Okay. Well, this is not going very well at all. I wonder what item this is, considering it's sub. It could be Berry Juice, or Oran Berry, I suppose. Goes for Earthquake. Yeah, that is a 2-shot, as expected. Just go for another one. He's just gonna knock me out here, and there's nothing I can do about that, but hey ho. Yeah, okay. This is going really well. Hey, you know, maybe I should have gone to Larvesta, huh? Does Rock Slide KO me? No, I should have gone to Larvesta first, huh? That was a misplay on my end. I could have Flame Charged and then started threatening Flare Blitz. I didn't need to... I didn't need to do all this. But oh well. Might as well just go for it now, I think. If he does attack me with Rock Slide or Earthquake here, it does mean I can't 1v1 Fletchling with this as easily anymore. Get off a surprise attack, but it's fine. I really should have gone to this first, though. I didn't have to sacrifice Drillbur at all. That was a big stinky on my end. He does withdraw, though. So let's see what he goes out to. Honored Egg, back up to Natu. Oh no, this isn't Natu, this is Skrelp. Okay. Pointed Stones dug in. I don't remember, did we find out if this is a Violite? No, I think Natu was a Violite. This isn't a Violite, which is good. I'm pretty sure this is actually Life Orb. Well, I don't know it's Life Orb, but I'm pretty sure it is based on the... based on the fact that I think pretty sure Natu and Pumpkaboo are a Violite. Unfortunately, I can't really switch here. I think I should just go for Wild Charge and hope I KO it. Let's see what happens. No, not quite. Okay. This probably just dies then. Is it Berry Juice? Yeah, it's Berry Juice, huh? That sucks. Okay. Okay. Um... Okay. Maybe a switch would have been better, but I didn't. Let's see. Does he still have? Do they still have Natu left alive? They have Pumpkaboo's dead. I know that, and I'm pretty sure everything else is still alive. I think we can psychic here pretty freely. There's nothing really stopping us. Excuse me. Okay, Abra picks up a KO here, which is nice. So I don't think it's over just yet, actually. There's still... yeah, there's the egg. Now we are actually... if this is rock polish, it's gonna mess me up, huh? Because I can just hidden power fighting this, but if it rock polishes, it can knock out. Oh no, if it does that though, then I can't. I can always trap me though afterwards. He can always trap me after that. And then I think Fletchling probably just picks off. So he could just sucker here, in which case I would love to encore that, but like... he could, like I said, he could also rock polish, and that would be not good. I don't think it matters too much though. I'm just gonna hidden power fighting and see what happens. Goes for pursuit. It's faster than me, it's scarf. Okay. We do just KO this though, which is nice. So that's good. Diglett always comes in here and just finishes us off, which is annoying, but nothing we can really do about that. Yeah, okay. So Diglett is just going to finish us off here. I think we lose. There's a very, very small chance that Honedge could maybe end up winning, but he goes for sub. It's knocking himself into... imagine I encored that. Damn. That's what I should have done. But I didn't think there was any point in him doing that. I did consider it briefly, but I was like, no, there's no point in him doing that. But if I'd remembered about the berry juice, I definitely would have encored there. And then that would have been a very, very easy move for me to go for there. That's demoralizing. I always have these ideas a bit too late, you know? It's unfortunate. Well, Honedge, let's see if you can pull off something crazy here, huh? He definitely can't, but let's try it. Goes for EQ. Nice. Okay. So on the chance that we Oko this with Shadow Sneak, we might have a chance. Let's see. Okay, nice. So it's just Natu and Fletchling left actually. Natu we always kill with Shadow Sneak, and then as long as Fletchling can't one-hit KO us, which I'm pretty sure it can't, Sacred Sword should kill. Let's see what happens here. The best it has to hit us with is Flame Charge, I'm pretty sure. Acro. Beautiful. Sacred Sword should just kill. Okay. Okay, actually, are we going to win here? Is Honage going to bring it back? The goat? Holy moly. Okay, hang on. Okay, I need to make sure Sneak actually KOs here, though. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't, we can always just go for it again next turn. No reason not for me to sneak again. Need to sneak, though. Come on, let's see it. Honage, let's see it. Do it. If this KO's here, this is going to be crazy. The greatest comeback of all time. Come on. Oh my god, we actually won. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god, I can't believe we actually brought that back. Honage, you absolute goat. Holy shit. I won. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did not think I was going to win that. What? That is crazy. Honage, you go. I could have played that a lot better, to be fair. Like, I could have been a lot cleaner about that, but like, I could have caught I could have caught Diglett using Substitute with Abra and encored it, but I wasn't bold enough to do that. And no, I was. It's not that I wasn't. It's not even that I wasn't bold enough to do that. I just didn't even think about it because I was too. I made my decision too quick. I should have waited. But holy moly, the fact that I managed to bring that back is insane. Oh my god. Honage, you goat. Well, after a very long, after a very strange set of events, Honage actually manages to pull off a reverse sweep. What a goat. Oh my, I'm so happy about that actually. Okay. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna call it there. That was week 2. We've finished off with a victory, which I was not expecting, but there you go, there you have it. That's week 2 up for wraps. Holy moly. I'm so glad I put a Violite on Honage now. Holy moly. Okay, I'll cut it there. I'm yapping. Okay, thank you guys for sticking along, and I'll see you guys for week 3 next week. So see you then.